So we can do what's Hondo on the mic from Leo's Paradise. Random stream drop like a Dragon Ball fight. No lie, plan stream stacking up, but here's a twist in time. Freestyling on the deck like Luffy's punchlines. Up the channel's faster than Zoro sword swings. Gaming pop culture, it's the chaos he brings. Talking movie reboots, superhero hype. Hondo passing the mic, now Bishop's in sight. Cutting flip screen, frame by frame, I align. Laying bass lines heavy, keep the rhythm divine. Dropping 5 videos, can't keep up with the pace. Pass the mic back, Leo's leading the chase. Off the rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Playing on, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. No script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. The rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life.
And welcome back to the Leon Lunch Hour. How are all you vital idols doing, man? Talk about some wacky stuff put in the Discord to react to today. We got, like, my trans husband trying to outlip my huge knockers. So, yeah, thanks for that, Piranha Pout. That one time that it's men's fault. There's a lot going down. There's stuff about Steam being censored. So, needless to say, we ain't out of any shortage of news to talk about. With that being said, before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and say hello to all you insanely awesome vital idols. We got Buster Gundo in the chat, Saku Kocho is here, Sleeping Nova in the house, UAF Omega, Paul Byersmith, I don't know, Bestie, who is #1 and is easily amused by digital effects add to his name. You would absolutely the target demographic for that. Who else we got here? We got Collective Post-Wall Karen's in the house. Fantastically, amazingly brilliant. How you doing, you legend? Daxnar, the best mod in the whole damn lamb. Schizosaurus. Peepers, the titty kitty. Is it everybody? Oh, Sergeant Garatina is here. Look at all y'all. You love to see it. Guys, before we get into the show proper today, before we start doing some reactions, before I start giving y'all my infinite words of wisdom and nuggets of knowledge, I don't see him in the chat, but that's a-okay. I want to take a moment to give a mad shout out to veteran Vital Idol. I mean, when I say veteran, I'm a veteran of the Vital Idols. I don't know if he's actually a veteran, but I think he actually might be. The point is, in the Discord, our boy Old Man Cad stated that today was his 1-year mark of sobriety. So just want everyone in the chat to give a mad congratulations, a mad shout to him. Everybody say congratulations to Old Man Cad. That is that's massive. That's awesome. Anyone that needs to take those sort of steps or whatnot, commit to it, see through it. Way to fucking go. So just everyone just tip your hats. Old man Cad, give a little congratulations. And then also today is the ever lovely Piranha Pout's birthday. So make sure you be giving her happy birthdays in the chat. I'm not sure when she's going live. She is going live at some date for her birthday stream. So depending on when that is, we may or may not be rating into her. So yes, congratulations to Old Man Cad. Happy birthday to Piranha Pout. Both absolute pillars of the community. Also, mad congrats to you, Schizo. I know you're going on 7 years. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. What up, Golden Apple? It's nice to see you. Yeah, again, y'all are the best. We support each other up in this bitch. So now, with that being said, let's get into the content proper. What up, Rob W? How you doing? Censorship. We talk about it pretty much every stream because is she monetized? I don't think Piranha Pout is monetized. Maybe, just maybe, she'll be in this chat and she'll let us know. Like I said, while we're doing the reactions, I'll be checking out and see when she's got her stream setup going, because I would like she's not. All right, yeah, Peeper says she's not, but who knows? Maybe we can get her there, or at least we can definitely help along that journey. Again, assuming, I'm not sure when she goes live. Like, she's 2 hours behind us, so we wrap up at 3. I mean, she starts at 1. Like, I don't know. I don't know if she starts at 1. I say she starts at 1. The point is, Piranha Pout will be streaming at some point today of her birthday stream, so make sure everybody shows up, shows out, gives her love, and if she's streaming or starting to stream anytime soon to when we're ending, we'll raid into her as a as a birthday celebration. All right, guys, let's get into it. There was a couple people that mentioned the Steam censorship in my in the Discord, and then so we're gonna react to Hypno's video about it because, like I said, I want to start all these off with reacting to a video for some of my homies. And Hypno's video for a Hypno video ain't doing so hot, so we're going to help him out with that. Let's set it out. Steam mods are under attack and being censored. Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so apparently Steam is under attack yet again. They are dealing with another situation aside from the whole collective shout, censorship nonsense. They're dealing with a major DMCA issue that is being heavily abused on Steam. A lot of
Out the gate, I want to say that this headline, this article is titled DMCA Abuse on Steam is out of control and Valve isn't fixing it. Yo, shout out. I'll get that in just a moment. DMCA Abuse is out on Steam is out of control and Valve isn't fixing it. I have no proof of this, but my theory, my assumption is that Valve isn't fixing it because they're already on pins and needles and on edge because of the payment processor situations. I don't imagine this is something that they would have ignored otherwise. Fantastically, amazingly brilliant for a 5-banger. Says, bingo, bango, bongo. Congrats to Old Man Cad and happy birthday, Pouty. You goddamn right. Let's give a clip. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside, run!
I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
Thank you so much. You truly didn't need to do that. Fantastically, amazingly brilliant. It means the absolute wild to me. Let's keep going.
people want me to talk about this, and I'm going to talk about it in today's video. So I have a couple of posts here that I want to go over. I have some Reddit screenshots that I want to go over on top of the fact that we're going to read this article as well, detailing what's going on.
Bless Hypno for braving. Oh, I guess he said Reddit screenshots, not actually going to Reddit. So you know what? Maybe not. Fair enough. I guess there's certain parts of the internet you just stay away from. Reddit is certainly one of them. Just all of Reddit. That it's like 4chan, but somehow even worse because 4chan can be fun. Zax, how you doing, you beautiful bastard?
Going on with the DMCA nonsense. So let's cover this. So apparently there is a DMCA abuse on Steam and it's out of control, and Valve is not fixing it as of right now. Steam Workshop creators and the community are warning Valve about a rampant DMCA abuse as false claims are taking down popular mods across multiple games. Modders say that the current system leaves them powerless to fight back. Now, just FYI, at the end of this video, I'm going to go over a response that Steam has actually given recently regarding this entire situation. They are trying to do something about it, and we're going to...
I'm glad they're trying to do something about it now because the date of the article is the 11th. Obviously, today is the 13th. So this original story is a couple days old. But, you know, sometimes you gotta wait for things to evolve. Like covering everything right out the gate isn't necessarily the best option because you don't have all the information. So yeah, giving it a couple days, giving time for Steam to make a response, things of that effect. Definitely a good call on Hypno's side. I really am curious what sorts of mods are being censored because my assumption would be that it's mods for the sorts of games that Collective Shout and the payment processors were coming after. I don't know if we're gonna see mods for like Fallout 4 being attacked. But we'll see. What up, Zombie Box?
Let's see exactly what happened. A growing number of Steam Workshop creators and community members are calling on Valve to overhaul its DMCA handling process after a string of high-profile takedowns hit popular mods across multiple games. Keep in mind, guys, there are so many platforms that have terrible DMCA policies. I mean, really bad. YouTube is probably most notorious for having some of the worst DMCA policies imaginable. It is always in favor of the claimant. It is never in favor of the one getting targeted, which is correct. Why people do false takedowns all the time. But little do they know that now YouTube has the ability for you to internally represent yourself with a lawyer, and you can fight back against a false DMCA claim. And if within a certain amount of time,
I don't hide comments at all, Rob, just so you know. So if you've got comments being hidden, YouTube would be on some fuck shit, which wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. YouTube is known for censoring comments. Let's see. I'm going through. I see Clippy asks you to politely, lightly on stream. I see you saying hey to Daxonar. I see the one about your comments being hidden. I just want to let you know that will not be me. And my mods know that. The only time that comments will be hidden by me or my mods is for one of two things. One, if you were doing something that egregiously breaks TOS and could truly fuck me over, such as like typing racisms with the hard R's, shit like that, or if you come in the chat and you acknowledge that you are under 18. If you come in the chat and you acknowledge that you're under 18, if I find out you're a minor, insta-ban. I don't even hide the comments, just insta-ban. I do not allow minors in the show. But those are the only two things that would cause. Okay, cool. You know it's not me. It's YouTube. Yeah, they probably don't like Clippy. Yeah. So as long as we're all clear on that, I never, under any circumstances, want anyone to ever question the free speech motives I have on this channel.
Time, I believe it's a few days. If within a few days the person who makes the claim against you doesn't provide proof to YouTube that they are actively suing you, then the video gets put back up and your claim gets removed automatically. This is something
That's a great feature. I won't lie. I knew about this, but I didn't know the extent of it. DMCAs on YouTube are insane. Anytime I got like copyright claims, thankfully I've never gotten a strike thus far. Knock on wood. I've never gotten a strike. I've gotten several copyright claims. I have won the majority of them. There have been some where I've never won. I remember one of my first like truly big videos back when I like it still didn't even have 1,000 subs or whatnot. I did a video about Phoebe Waller-Bridge, one of the few like highly scripted and edited videos that I've done. I called it Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the Hollywood hat trick, about how she failed 3 different franchises in a row. It was kind of amazing. It's like a 10-minute video. I used like 7 or 10 seconds or something from a James Bond trailer, not from the movie, from a trailer for James Bond, the one that she worked on, the last Daniel Craig one. And I believe it was Embracer Group, shut my shit down. I appealed it. Still, it was the very first appeal I'd ever lost. Like, there's certain folks on YouTube, Embracer Group being like the main, bane of my existence. That, fuck them. Oh, dude, Piranha Pout's here. Excellent. You may have missed it. Happy birthday, Piranha Pout. I don't know when you're starting your stream. Depending on when you start it, we'll raid into it because it's your birthday and whatnot. So, and if not, maybe we can get, some other creator raid into it if you haven't started yet. But yes, no, happy birthday.
That happened to multiple creators is also something that happened to me, and I fought it with a lawyer and got it removed immediately. So things like this happen, but there are platforms that are getting a little bit smarter with it. Unfortunately, Steam seems to be a little bit behind. We're tracking this controversy after it flared on Reddit recently. A Reddit user, Destroy God, compiled a post describing how malicious DMCA claims are being used to remove content even after disputes are resolved. The example at the center of discussion comes from the Hearts of Iron 4 modding scene.
Hearts of Iron 4? What? Why? I guess I'm wrong about my assumption that it's going to be like Gunner games and stuff. I don't know. Hearts of Iron, maybe that's a Gunner game. If any of you guys are familiar with Hearts of Iron, let me know. But, I mean, a name like that doesn't exactly sound very Gunner-ish. So, maybe I'm wrong about this.
Mods, The Fire Rises and Long Rising of Darkness, clash after a team conflict. This led TFR's developers to file a DMCA report against Elrod. While representatives from both sides later reached a settlement, the original claim was never withdrawn. As a result, Elrod was permanently removed from the platform. So this seems to be something that is this is like the originator of all this DMCA nonsense, at least from a grand scale standpoint, but there are others that we're going to go over. It's not just Hearts of Iron 4.
Zombie Box Reviews, no, well, depends on what you mean by Goonergate. I don't consider the collective shout situation to be, quote-unquote, like part of the Goonergate fiasco from way earlier this year. That was back in, like, March or so. This is something that's popped up over the course of the last month. It happened about midway through July. It's in my opinion, a separate issue, but I can see why people would tie them together. So it depends on what you mean, whether or not the Goonergate stuff, if you mean the collective shout or the, Melanie Mac, JDA situation from a couple months ago. Also, I see 5 gifted memberships from Fantastically Amazingly Brilliant. Thank you so much. You truly did not need to. Absolute legend. You hit Peepers, Melissa Lore, Rob W. Who else did you hit? Man, you got some good ones out the gate. Your aim is on point. Let's see, Black Tailgate and Rain. Well, let's see. We got this for you. What one do we, you know what? We'll do this. This is a good one.
I know now that it could never work between us. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Thank you so much, Fantastically Amazingly Brilliant. Absolute legend. Truly appreciated. Okay, yeah, you meant JDA Manly Matt. No, something completely new. I've done a lot of videos on the most recent, the collective shout / payment processor situation. That was what I was referring to, so you can check those out, or someone in the chat can fill you in.
More DMCA crossfires allowed, with TFR itself becoming the target later. According to modders, the current workshop system gives disproportionate power to the claimant, which again is exactly what happens with YouTube and other platforms as well. There is way too much power for the person making the claim, and there's not enough that the person who is getting claimed can fight back with. And like I said, YouTube has the whole lawyer thing now, and you could take it to that point if you want to, but most platforms unfortunately don't give you that option. But in any case, once a DMCA file is noticed, Valve notifies the accused creator, who must submit evidence proving their innocence, only for that evidence to be reviewed by the claimant themselves. Which again,
it's technically how it works on YouTube as well, I believe. Well, so it's not that the claimant gets to review it. So when you do a request on YouTube to get a claim removed, both YouTube and the claimant are notified. YouTube basically just sends a notification to the claimant saying, "Hey, your content claim is being disputed," and they have, I believe it's 30 days to respond. And if they can either unlock it then and there within the 30 days, or they don't respond within 30 days, it falls off, or they can say, no, we continue with the claim, and if so, that's when you need to lawyer up. Also, Piranha Pout for a 5-banger. It's my birthday, and I'm sending you money. Well, no, you don't need to be doing that. Like, it's your birthday, so don't be doing that to me, though I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I truly do appreciate it. Means the absolute world to me. Get you a clip, but after that, stop, because it's your birthday.
Name one word that starts with G pronounced like J. Gentrification. Shoot, should have thought of that. I was just in San Francisco.
Bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Thank you so much, Pouty.
what the fuck does it matter? If the claimant is false DMCAing you, then the moment you submit evidence, they're going to look at it, they're going to laugh at it, they're going to spit on it, and then you're going to be denied. Correct. And then that's it. There's nothing you can do. If you leave it up to the person who is doing the claiming, then unfortunately there's nothing you can do. If the claimant doesn't retract the report, the content remains down, and after a month, the developer's account faces a risk of suspension, which is very similar, by the way, to the YouTube policy, which after 3 takedowns, you can run the risk of deletion. The post author and several comments...
I don't know if that's correct. If 3 takedowns happen... Okay, well, sort of. So, if you... the way it works on YouTube is... Hell yeah, thank you, Rob. I'll hit that in just a sec. The way it works on YouTube is if you receive a claim and they say, nah, fuck your claim, we're going through with it. You can then dispute again. You can dispute again through YouTube instead of doing the lawyer option. But if that dispute fails, then you get a strike, and it's 3 strikes to it's 3 strikes, and then your channel can go down. So in the past, it's been the case for me where it's like, all right, whatever. If my claim fails, I'm just not gonna worry about it. Odds are, it's not like the video is gonna generate a bunch of revenue or anything. Anyway, they can have the fucking $1.50 that video is gonna make. So yeah, but it's when the strikes come into place where then it truly hits. We got Rob W with a 10-banger. One of the reasons they're attacking gamers, in my opinion, is because we're the last bastion of freedom in gaming. They have to take it down. They have to. I agree with with that. However, I think I think there's more of a financial aspect to it. It's not about us being the last bastion of freedom in gaming. I think that's just sort of a byproduct that is true, is because the gaming industry is the biggest entertainment industry in the world. The revenue generated from gaming eclipses Hollywood, eclipses music, obviously eclipses things like comics and regular books and whatnot. Gaming is the largest entertainment industry when it comes to pound for pound, dollar by dollar in the world. So if they can take the fight to gaming and get a dub, all the other entertainment industries are small potatoes. They can do it to gaming first, they can do it to anyone. But yes, I do see your point as well. Also, we got Golden Apples for $1.99 saying, reminder, false copyright takedowns are illegal. That being said, it's up to the courts to define whether it was false or not, which is why they can so often get away with it. This is for you guys.
Now excuse me while I harass someone for having pronouns in their bio.
Thank you very much, guys. Truly appreciate it. Does mean the world to me. 100% agree with you. I had to keep my statement simple, otherwise YouTube. Honestly, that was also probably a factor as well. Yes.
Censors agreed that this system is very ripe for abuse. Even blatant false claims can lead to removals with no penalty for the accuser whatsoever. Also, this is not just a Valve issue. Many platforms handle DMCA disputes in similarly one-sided manner. And that's because these platforms don't want to be held responsible at all. They don't even want to be involved, right? They want nothing to do with it whatsoever. The only one that I've seen get a little bit dirty now is YouTube, but even then they don't really want to get involved if they don't have to. So now this brings us to the Reddit post. So there are multiple different DMCA examples that are being showcased on this thread on Reddit that says Valve needs to take...
Zax is correct, actually. Believe it or not, Disney... So I've never gotten a copyright claim from Disney. Like, of all the companies that I've never gotten a copyright claim for, I've never gotten one from Disney. And the majority of the folks I know that get them from Disney almost always win their fights against them. Real Life Fake Wizard just recently lost his fight against Disney, and that was actually shocking. Disney, for all their faults, for everything we bitch and moan about when it comes to Disney being an absolute garbage company, which they are, they're pretty fucking good about the way they handle copyright on YouTube. We give credit where it's due.
Take action. The current workshop DMCA system has a serious problem and is now at risk. You got this video game Stellaris, right? UI overhaul dynamic getting DMCA taken down. Right, if you scroll down, you even have Wallpaper
Jenna,
Engine,
how you doing, girly?
Wallpaper Engine getting hit with a DMCA notice of copyright infringement. You got Terraria getting hit with a DMCA notice of copyright infringement.
So, I mean, that would mean this is not about Gooner games at all, because like Terraria is one of the biggest games. People love Terraria. What could it possibly be getting hit for in terms of DMCA takedown notices? This is you probably were claimed by Disney, yeah. Being Persian and all that. I'm pretty sure the Chinese who Disney bows and kowtows to wouldn't be a fan of you.
For Storm Dark UI, you even have Gary's mod for the prop hunt.
Prop hunt? Dude, back when I was very first starting YouTube on the old channel I did, back in like 2015, we used to get together with other content creators and play prop hunt all the time. That's insane.
Original mod, that got a DMCA notice of copyright takedown. You got
Unsanctioned
Left 4
Princess
Dead
base.
2 for the Reanims base, Anim mods base. This got DMCA notice of copyright. Then you got Hearts of Iron 4, of course, right? Getting DMCA copyrighted for the Road to 56. You got Victoria 3. Improved automation. Nope. DMCA copyright takedown. Now, here's the update from
there
Steam.
doesn't seem to be any pattern to the types of mods. Like, they're not Gooner mods. They don't seem to be cheating mods. Like, is this just collectively a group of people getting together to take advantage of Steam? Is this like a money thing? Are they trying to get money out of this situation? I don't see a rhyme or reason for the types of mods that are being taken down. This is... I figure this story would be crazy because it's about censorship on Steam, especially when it comes to mods, which mods are, of course, done by gamers and creators and whatnot. So there's clearly an attack on individuals, but I didn't expect it to be this insane. I'm kind of blown away by this. So yeah, mad shout to those of you saying to talk about this in the Discord. Rob W with a 20 banger. To anyone who thinks these people are stupid, agreed. fucking, I'll get to the rest of your stuff in a bit, but agreed. If anyone, so this is the same mentality as people like on the left or when they're like, oh, Donald Trump is stupid. Like, guys, I'm gonna be real. You don't become a media darling. You don't become a billionaire. You don't become president, all that without being stupid. Same here. These people might be evil, but they don't get the power and influence, or at least have the perception by being backed by large, powerful industries of having the power and influence if they're by being fucking stupid. No, these people know what they're doing 100%. They know exactly what they're doing. Remember how quiet things were during Trump's early administration. Now August, multiple attacks unleashed upon. Yeah, agreed. Exactly. I could not agree with you more, Rob. Absolute W. Clippy coming in with the dubs.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
It's not the clip I meant to play, but it does work for this situation.
So that you guys don't have to go into full panic mode necessarily.
Correct,
but
Matt.
we do have a slight victory on our hands regarding this entire situation. So there's an update. We've achieved a preliminary victory. After testing with some Steam users, Valve will now delete non-compliant DMCA reports and suspend the reporter's Steam community access. The reason for the suspension is part of a group of users spamming the DMCA tool with junk complaints. However, many developers have chosen to just actively hide their mods for self-protection. And
all right, that's actually a pretty good response. Like saying that, you know what, we've done a small rollout to test with a minimal amount of Steam users. That's incredibly common in the IT world. Now delete non-compliant DMCA reports and suspend the reporters. I mean, they could always obviously come back after a suspension and do this shit again. But most folk, I would imagine, are likely not to even try again after a single suspension. Because I imagine, I could be wrong, but I would imagine Steam is like plenty of these other outlets, and that if you get too many suspensions, you're just gone, out ski. Like, yeah, so it's the same mentality as, like, you know, the reason so many creators put their Discord behind a paywall, the reason I do it, the reason, you know, even people like Tim Pool do it, is to avoid bad actors. Like, even something as simple as $5. You need to pay $5 to become a member of the Vital Idols, right? And it's not just, you know, Leon being a grubby, money-hungry bastard, he must be Jewish. Like, no. It's the fact that once they see even something as low as $5, they'll be like, getting in the Discord and fucking with it and trying to get it taken down isn't worth it. Because these people don't ever spend their own money. These people never fucking spend their own money. They don't come out and support the movies that are part of the woke propaganda and whatnot. They don't come out. They don't buy these woke games. Nobody fucking bought Concord. The sorts of people that are the bad actors that are ideologically opposed to a lot of what we do don't spend money. So when you paywall that shit, it instantly puts a barrier up there that most of them aren't willing to cross.
the aftermath.
Speaking of the Discord, by the way, because the Fantastically Amazingly Brilliant donated 5 Words of Paradise memberships, that is 5 more y'all that can join the Discord, so absolutely do so.
Of this incident, unfortunately, still continues. So Steam is trying to do something about it, but admittedly, it is a little bit harder. But they
the thing is, so Shrapnel says American tech companies need to adhere to the First Amendment. Technically, they are, and here's where people miscategorize or misconstrue what the First Amendment. That is for the government. The government cannot prosecute you or stifle your speech in any way. Private entities still can. Like, you can't walk into your job and be like, yo, fuck you, boss, and then be like, nah, First Amendment, free speech, I can say that. Like, it just means that the government can't stifle your First Amendment rights. Private companies still, now, we could say whether we like that, dislike that, that should be changed. Should companies have to follow free speech rules? I mean, there's an argument to be made there. However, this isn't really a First Amendment issue per se.
Are starting to ban people that are doing false reports, right? They're starting to ban people that are just fucking with the system to try to make people's lives a living hell. This is not something that YouTube necessarily does, but like I said, with the lawyer thing and the removal of the copyright strike after a few days.
Except, Leon, the government is backdooring on private entities to repress free speech when some private entities may not care. That is also true. That's a whole different issue in and of itself, but that is true, yes.
They are trying to fight in their own way as well. So
fair enough, Paul.
It is good to see that Steam's trying to do something. They're not just straight up like taking it, I guess you can say. They are trying to do something for the developers of these mods, but unfortunately, it's not quite there yet. It's going to take some time to get there. And if you are a developer or someone who does mods on the Steam Workshop, I would probably protect myself if I were you for the time being, just until you get a little bit more of a firm update from Steam about what they're going to do about it. Because as you can see from these screenshots, there is a lot of DMCA takedowns that are happening on this platform. It is running extremely rampant. Some of these are extremely popular. We're talking about a Gary's mod that has 366,000 ratings. We're talking about a 5-star mod with over 2,000.
Dude, almost 500,000 ratings and the mod got taken down. This is obviously false. This is obviously false. Now, I don't know if this is one of the ones that have been reinstated or whatnot. The Steam was talking about they're going to be doing reinstatements in that statement they made. Reinstatements in that statement. That was a fun sentence. But yeah, we're talking almost 500,000 ratings. This is bananas.
1,500 comments going,
What,
DMCA strike. We even got Terrarium. 7,540 ratings, right? 405 comments. These are mods that are extremely popular, and people are taking them down. Look at this one, right? Wallpaper, perfect wallpaper from Wallpaper Engine. This has 123,000 ratings, 2,500 comments getting taken down.
I agree.
This
Netflix,
one from
I agree.
Stellaris, 21,000 ratings. It's absolutely insane. So hopefully, things change for the better, and they are seemingly trying to. But as of right now, things are just really, really annoying over at Steam. And it's because internally and externally, I should say, Steam is getting targeted for whatever the reason may be. People are trying to make Steam
Fab,
into a
I will
living
hit
hell.
that
People are
after
trying
this
to make
video,
Steam
you legend.
into a censorious platform. And they're doing this because, quite frankly, they know that Steam is one of the last bastions of one of the biggest gaming companies in the world that is still privately owned.
I mean, I would say Steam is the last bastion, like singularly is the last bastion, because Sony bows and kowtows at the drop of a hat. Microsoft bows and kowtows at the drop of a hat. Nintendo Japan, they don't really care. They do their own thing. They're more focused on taking down like individual people for streaming fucking ROMs and shit. And then Nintendo of America, they've got their own pretty fucked up wonky policies we've covered before. Yeah, Steam literally is the last. You could say itch.io is there as well, but they're known for indie games. itch.io is not even in the same weight class by a wide margin as Steam.
It is not publicly traded. It is all handled in-house, and hopefully they can figure out something soon, because it's very clear that a lot of jealous people, a lot of angry people are going after Steam for whatever reason that may be. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this? Do you think Steam is under attack by outside forces? Do you think that Steam is going to come up with a solution?
It's got to be by outside forces. There's no way on God's green earth all this would happen all at once. If it weren't outside forces. I mean, they would just be like random things here and there. We're seeing a consistent pattern all in the same time frame. The question is why? Because again, there doesn't seem to be any sort of ideological through line for why these mods are being hit.
Whatever it may be, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe button for more content just like this. And I will see you guys on the next one.
Based Hypno video, and for whatever reason you guys aren't subbed to Hypno or whatnot, I'm gonna throw his stuff in there. He is so close to 100K subscribers. Yeah, great video. This is a wild story. If there's an update to it sometime in the near future, we will absolutely cover it. We will make sure that we stay on this. Again, assuming there's an update. If there's not an update, I mean, I don't know what to do or say. Now, Fab, fantastically, amazingly brilliant. You absolute fucking legend. 10 Vital Idol gifted memberships. Bananas. Truly bananas. Speaking of, you hit Jana Banana, Benjamin Long, Adair Soto, Renee Galarza, Chaos1124, Joe Fish. You hit Dash Attack, Sand Spirits. You hit my boy and co-host for Tinfoil Haters, Sammy 3Pete. Why was he not a member already? That's an interesting question. Nah, joking. Love you, Sammy. Mike, yeah. Yeah, and he was the final one. Mike, yeah. Fucking wild legend. Let's give you some horsecock.
Horse Even's great.
I'm digging horsecock.
Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me say it nay. Ooh, as I keep more.
My favorite stallion I keep in my top drawer kinda goes hard though.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock and eat horse.
I don't know how we're going to ever top horsecock.
Bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Thank you so much, Fab. Truly appreciated. Yeah, that's worth it. I feel like that's one of the longer clips I have. Definitely worth it for the for the 10 banger. Akuma Productions says YouTube verification ID has officially started. We're in trouble, and I'm on my retardation. No, this one's not retarded. This one I would think is correct. So I don't know if this is true. I'm only going based on what I saw in an unverified X post. This is anecdotal experience. There's an account I follow called XX Cloud Strife XX or something like that. And it's just a gaming account, uses Cloud Strife, for Final Fantasy as the profile picture. An of-age individual, they were above 18. I don't know if they were being honest when they said this, but they said that they got hit with the YouTube ID stuff because they watch quote-unquote child-friendly, like basically the YouTube, the AI that detects whether you're a child or not already has hit them because they watch a lot of child-oriented stuff like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Minecraft. That's just the sort of content they enjoy for nostalgia purposes. Now, again, I don't know if this user is being honest when saying that, but I have seen at least one report. The more X's in the name, the more based it is, obviously. Right. But yeah, so this user on X claimed they were hit with the AI underage ID thing because of their YouTube viewing history being things that typically children will watch, which is crazy because I love OG Power Rangers. I love, I watch Minecraft videos because I like playing Minecraft. I like learning new tips and tricks. Ninja Turtles is one of my favorite fucking things ever. I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. The idea that, like, now, I won't be hit. I'm in no danger of being hit with stuff like this because, to be able to actually get paid from YouTube and whatnot, you already need to send them identification, prove that you are who you say you are, give them bank information so they can actually send out your payments, stuff like that. So, like, I'm in no danger of being hit, but that's, the point is other people will be. If you're not a content creator, if you're not a monetized content creator specifically, and YouTube doesn't have this information already, yeah, it seems like you would be absolutely in danger. And that's some bullshit. It's an absolute overreach. Again, using AI to judge whether someone's a child or not based on just what they view on YouTube, I do not think is an act. Like, what if you're an adult and you've got a child and you are playing, like Bluey or something for them on your tablet under your YouTube account? Are they going to hit you as a minor because Bluey is showing up? It's a really, really dangerous system. Not a fan whatsoever. Also, Xavier, shout out, donating Words Bear like give to membership. Thank you so much. You absolute legend.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
And since all these memberships have come through, let's actually talk about that. Let's talk about some memberships because this went like, I don't know, semi-viral. I'm gonna use this time to talk about bad practices on YouTube. Like if you're a content creator, bad practices and how to abuse your viewer base. So I made a video probably a year or so ago about this YouTube group called Reforge Gaming, and they are scummy in terms of the way they treat their audience like pay piggies and just they're only there to make them money. It's truly egregious. They ain't in this shit for the love of game. They ain't in this because they want to build a community. Nothing like that. You can watch the old video on that. What it was they were basically saying, stop giving memberships, only send super chats because we don't we can't consistently make money if you're just sending us memberships. Like, absolute douche canoe behavior. So that was about a year or so ago. Well, this happened a day or two ago. We got Reapors has easily surpassed his master DSP because now sometimes during streams, he will be limiting chat to member plus and above. So for as low as $8 a month, you can talk in his chat during certain times. He has to be trying to kill his channel because you will not grow if you do that. It'll drive people away. Now, before we play this 30-second clip of what's going on with this, let's talk about this. There are perks for being a member. All right, there's perks for being, not just for my channel, but for this is a general thing on YouTube. One of those things is members-only streams. Now, granted, I haven't done any sort of members-only streams. I'm not a fan of the idea of paywalling streams because all my stuff is news-oriented. I don't like the idea of paywalling what could be incredibly important information behind streams for members only. The idea is to get this information out to as many people as possible. So making it members only while it's live is fucked up. There are some streams get a bit racy, get a bit, a little outside what could be considered TOS or whatnot. I put that shit on members only afterwards. And if, in case there's anybody that missed it or wants to do a rewatch, something like that. But while it's live, fuck that. So that's, for example, one of the perks of being a member. Making your streams to where they're open to the public, but only members can chat, and doing that mid-stream is beyond scummy, because there's no good reason to do that. Like you could say, oh, what about your argument earlier for trying to keep out bad actors? No. So there's one thing you can do if you're streaming and you're worried about bad actors. You can make it subscriber only, and they have to have been a subscriber for X amount of time. A lot of streamers, specifically ones that get pushback, do subscriber only chats where you have to have been subscribed for 5 minutes, 5 hours, 1 week, whatever it may be. You can arbitrarily set how long they need to be a subscriber before they can chat. I still don't like that, but at least you're not charging anybody. You're not taking their money to do so. You're just taking their time, and you can argue that that's better. You can maybe even argue that's worse because time is actually more valuable than money. But the point is, there are ways to do to keep people from chatting if you think there's gonna be bad actors. But let's be real, most of the people just do it to drive engagement, drive subscriber counts, drive the financial aspect, and in my opinion, that is absolute scummy behavior. My thought is, and maybe I'm wrong on this, my thought is, you guys don't need to do this. You don't need to donate, whether it be memberships or super chats. Am I very appreciative when you do it? 100%, because I'm going to be real. This is my job. The fact that I can even have a job based on the generosity of others is, it can never be understated. But that's the way YouTubers should look at this. Is like you are providing a service. You're providing a free service. And the fact that there are people in the community that want to support you, that's a gift. That's a blessing. And so you should never, take advantage of that. And that's exactly what these motherfuckers did. So we're going to play this. Before we do, Golden Apples for a 5-banger. Content where people play Minecraft, talk about their life experience exists. Will YouTube's AI flag you under 18 for watching those videos? That becomes the question then, doesn't it? That absolutely becomes the question. And it's looking like that may end up being the case. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but that looks like that will be the case. So, all right, let's go ahead and get you a clip real quick, and let's get into this video.
I'd fuck one of the robot dogs.
Love that clip. Short, sweet, to the point, but God, is it beautiful. All right, let's see what Reapors has to say.
Here's another thing we're wanting to experiment with. We're wanting to experiment with, well, no, we'll do that later. Never mind. It's too early. We are going to start shifting chat to member plus and above.
Hold on, let's read what that was. $7.99 per month. Recurring payment, Green Room streams, Milestone IRL streams. Now, Green Room streams. I could be wrong, but from what I've heard, from what everyone X is saying, this was just a regular-ass stream, and he's been doing this with just regular streams. Yeah, this lolcow again. Exactly. I've only covered him once before, and it was for some egregious shit. The Milestone IRL streams. Like, if you hit a Milestone stream, why would you want that to be members only? I'm gonna be real. Why, let's say I hit 10K subs, right? I'm on the road to 10K subs. I'd love to hit 10K subs, so, if y'all want like share and whatnot, would be truly appreciated. But when I hit 10K subs, I'll probably do a Milestone stream, right? Why the fuck would you want that to be members only? Wouldn't you want as many people possible celebrating that shit with you? No matter what this dude tries to say, this is just a way to gouge his audience. To absolutely gouge his audience and try and make money off them because he looks at them as a fucking bank as opposed to as members of a community. Yeah, Cassie is the one that introduced me to this dude. Cassie I've clowned on him. Cassie clowns this motherfucker all the time. It's rough.
Just to give that special thanks to the folks that are doing that and maybe motivating some people to upgrade if you want to keep talking. But
do you see the way he said it? Do you know how his voice lowers? Like, as a thanks to everyone that donates and to motivate people to do it. Say it with your chest. That's the part that you're wanting, dude. That's what you're wanting. You're not wanting to motivate people. No, you want their fucking money. This isn't a thank you for those that donate or whatnot. Because here's the dealio, guys. Chats, whether you spend money or not or whatnot, chats drive engagement. You can't see it, but I can look at the back end right now. And I see there's 44 of you watching concurrently with an average rate of 5 chats per second. Of 5 chats per second. It says chat rate. Wait, is that per second or I think it's per minute. Average rate of 5 chats per minute. So if that number, the higher that number is, the higher the engagement, the more YouTube likes that shit, the more they push it, right? So he's inadvertently hurting himself, not just because he's a greedy motherfucker, but also clearly doesn't understand how YouTube works. Hey, catch you later, Dax. Truly appreciate you. But doesn't understand how YouTube works, because if you start paywalling your account to make it to where only members can chat, well, not only is that going to be less people chatting, because you'll have less members than you do have viewers, but that less people chatting will drive less engagement. YouTube will be less likely to promote your stream in the recommended pages and whatnot. Like, not only is this dude a greedy scumbag, but he is also retarded.
Do that later in the show, so now's a great time to consider upgrading, so you're prepared for that. Instead of like breaking and switching to a whole new segment, we may try that. Here's what we're
despicable, disgusting. Also, so we got Delta169 here saying, wasn't it $6 before he raised the price on his memberships? So yeah, not only is dude making just a regular chatting in regular streams paywalled, he's also upping the price, or has also upped the price. If you say something he disagrees with, you have a chance of being banned. That doesn't surprise me at all. They're ban-happy motherfuckers that run streams. Argentinian money incident combined with PlayStation going third party really broke this man's sanity. Can't believe Alex did this to his channel. Gotta get that bag, homie. It's hard out here in the streamer streets and just making fun of him. Wait. There's no way you could. Oh, maybe this person's agreeing with Astro Cyborg talking shit. Because remember, this stream came from this post came from Astro Cyborg. So yeah, we got people. It didn't have a lot of quotes. The people that did quote it, absolutely clowning on him. Cult Classic Cage. Thanks to Reforge Gaming for being the blueprint of what not to do as a content creator. This is unequivocally true. Yo, how you doing, Naganal? This clown's officially surpassed DSP levels of cringe. Karen raised the memberships from 6 to 8. $6 a month to $8 a month. Absolutely just a clown. So yeah, to anyone watching who is a content creator or you want to make money on YouTube, dude, making money on YouTube is awesome. I ain't ever gonna knock that. I'm capitalist through and fucking through. But like, there's a right way to do it. This is not the right fucking way to do it. All right, let's get into our next video. This was recommended by Serranos. The one time that it's men's fault. Are we actually about to see one of the rare situations, one of the truly rare situations where someone be out here blaming men and they could actually be correct? I don't know. Let's find out.
Women, don't they?
Oh,
but this is
back.
All right, gents, we're going to have a chat about women. Everyone likes to talk about women, don't they? But this is something I see come up on my timeline quite regularly. And so
was the maximum amount you can charge a month? I won't lie, I don't know. I don't see any reason. Now, you can do different tiers of memberships. And I know I've seen some channels that have like a $50 a month tier, but they offer like really ridiculously cool shit. I only have the one tier, and for the time being, only plan on having the one tier at $4.99 because I don't really know what I can offer that would be worth more than that beyond Discord access and priority comment reading, things to that effect. So I don't know what the maximum amount is, if there is a maximum amount, things to that effect, unfortunately.
I'm going to have a chat about, because I have some advice, and I say this is a man who's dated dozens of women over the course of his life and got married in his mid-30s, and has been married for a decade. I have quite a lot of experience with women, and
I want y'all to focus on his teeth. And the reason I say that is because as a Brit, these are probably some of the nicest teeth I've ever seen on a Brit. Way to go, Sargon.
I've learned a lot over the years, and I've come to the conclusion that basically, and I really sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart, you never need to actually listen to what a woman wants. You don't have to pay attention. Like, you'll
so far, I'm not seeing something I disagree with. Higher tier gets you ass counts. Oh yeah, so that's supposed to be a thing. The reason I haven't implemented that, Paul, is because, so I don't, there's a way to implement discounts in the shop that where I sell my merch. I don't know how to do it. I don't know, by that I mean, I can do discount codes, like, hey, use code XYZ for 10% off or whatnot, but I don't know how to make a code that is permanent, that is only accessible to members. I've not found a way to link that. To be fair, I need to research it further, but yes, that is something I'd thought about doing, but I haven't found the tool that lets that be a thing. So I need to do more research into that.
See posts like this everywhere, right? Woman says that she wants a man of minimum height of 6'2", a job with no earnings cap, takes only business flight, in shape and works out regularly, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and I want Sydney Sweeney on a bed of, like whipped cream. I want every...
Nah. People always say they want naked people with whipped cream. Let me tell y'all, whipped cream is sticky. Once it starts to dry, that shit gets sticky. And it's gross, and it will ruin the experience for everyone. That's just me, though. Also, yeah, corporate jobs making $150K not enough. Fuck this broad. And that was something that was actually said. If you cannot live on, like as somebody who, when I was working corporate, now granted, I live in the Midwest. Midwest has got the lowest cost of living anywhere in the U.S. But when I was working corporate, I made about $46K a year, and I could live comfortably. Absolutely. Wasn't taking no fucking extravagant vacations or anything. Wasn't fucking dining on extravagant food, but I could live comfortably. Could afford my car, could afford my insurance, afford my rent, internet, all the stuff. Still go out and to the movies when I wanted. Still take like little mini weekend trips, 4 or 5 hours away if I wanted. Like, if you can't exist on, like for me it was about $46,000 a year. Whatever the equivalent is in different parts of the country or even world where cost of living is different. Point is, extrapolate that. Let's say $46,000 a year, and I don't know if I'm correct. I'm just gonna assume. Let's say in California, that's $100K a year. If you can't survive on that and be relatively comfortable, you're doing shit wrong. You're a greedy bitch.
I want to have the entire thing. I want this, that, and the other too, but I'm not going to get it. And in reality, I'm more likely to go for something that is actually attainable than go for something that is...
I see a lot of you guys posting ideas for like membership tiers and whatnot. If you want to see additional tiers, perks, things to that effect, because I'm not going to remember them or have them saved from this stream, DM me or put them in the Discord, and I will absolutely look over them. Make sure you tag me so I see it. Again, or you can just DM me directly, either on X or the Discord. I can go through, I can look at things, evaluate things. I would absolutely love to offer you guys more perks and whatnot. Anything to make it more of a valid experience for you guys, make it worth your money, things to that effect. But at this point, I'm going to shelve that conversation on this stream just because I won't be able to go through all of them and memorize them and whatnot. But yes, I would absolutely be... open to it.
Just a flight of fancy. Like, asking people to list in the abstract their perfect this, that, and the other is pointless because almost no one fits those criteria, and you know that their ex-boyfriends didn't meet these criteria as well. Their future boyfriend.
Money where your mouth is, click a Killer Games Cast. $20 super chat in the next 5 minutes, or else I'm breaking out the feet for the rest of the stream. If you say you pay for me to not show my feet, I'm breaking out the bare toesies unless you say, no, I'm fucking with you.
I'm not going to meet these criteria because actually this is not really what women actually want, because what she's designing here is a statue, right? What she's designing here is like a person without a personality. Notice she's not saying he needs to be funny. He needs to make me think. He needs to challenge me. He needs to do this. He needs to... No. She's designing someone who isn't a person. And since you're a person, you don't need to worry about her categories because you are not going to be like her AI butler or whatever she thinks she's designing, as if she's the main character in your relationship.
Well, the better question is, what does this woman bring to the table to make her think she is worth all of this? Like, again, let's look at these. Minimum height of 6'2". I truly have never understood the concept of height mattering. I haven't. I'm a relatively average height guy. I'm 5'8". For those of you that know me, I'm 5'8". I'm taller than Kata, by the way, and I am taller than Moxie. Despite our pictures together when her and I hung out, I'm bending down. Like I'm bending into her to put my arm around her. Because she was the one taking the picture, so I was like, oh, if you're holding your arm up, I'm gonna get down low. I am taller than Moxie. Don't believe her. Not by much, but I am. Point is, I've never understood. I've had plenty of girlfriends right now, or not right now. I've had plenty of girlfriends, right? And I'd say a solid half of them been taller than me. They never had an issue with it. I never had an issue with it. Shit like that. So minimum height 6'2". For one, average height I believe is 5'10", at least in America. So every inch you go over that, you're inherently lowering. I get it. This broad wants to lower the type of men to be in the dating pool, but it's not realistic. It's statistically not realistic. So minimum height of 6'2", right? That's retarded. A job with no earnings cap. Corporate jobs making $150K a year, not enough. We already established why that's fucking retarded. Only takes business class flights. Why does that matter? As somebody that's flown, every single time in my life I've flown whatever the regular class is. Guys, it's not a big fucking deal. You get on the plane, you fly where you need to go, you get out the fucking plane. Like, if I'm ever in a position where, like, they upgrade me to first class or something and there's no cost to me, alright, cool. You get slightly bigger seats. I don't want to get that. 5'8", 41 feet. Wait, I don't get that. Anyway, in shape works out regularly. That's the only reasonable one. That's the only reasonable one. In shape works out regularly. Completely agree with that one. She is correct there. Now, with that one thing, what is she offering that makes her worth this? By the way, there's nothing she could offer that would make these demands worth it. By the way, that's a rhetorical question.
Frankly, you're the main character in the relationship, and she wants you to be, and you have to act like it. And if you don't act like it, well, then she's going to be like this woman in this video. Now, I'm going to play this because I actually kind of feel for her, because she's an attractive lady, so I'm sure she got all of the requirements, right? You know, he's 6'2", he's making loads of money. Let's watch.
All right, I might have to take my own advice, because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that, like, I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person.
All right. I'm curious as to where this is going to go, because she's saying he's a great guy. By the way, I don't know about you guys, there was something in my mind wrong with he's a great guy on paper. What does that mean? All right, let's go.
And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like, it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like,
she's getting emotional because one side of her brain is trying to tell her, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, you're a fucking retard, shut up, shut up, shut up. And the other side of her brain is arguing that with no logical point whatsoever. And it's making her emotional, making her cry because she doesn't realize she's a fucking idiot. Her brain's trying to tell her she's a fucking idiot. And just that internal struggle that's happening subconsciously is making her emotional because she's fucking retarded.
Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy, and it's like and then I don't see more with him. It's like,
also, imagine putting this on the fucking internet. It goes viral, and then this dude sees it and he leaves your ass. Like, I can't imagine something fucking funnier than that. The idea that you post this, it goes viral, he sees it, and he leaves you. You would absolutely get what you deserve. Yes, Paul, I did see Kami Mami dropped a video. I'm going to react to that for my tonight. So the reason I don't do shoe on head stuff live is because her videos are already long. we would be here. That one video would take an entire stream. So I'll be doing a reaction to the shoe on head video tonight, and that will be tomorrow's video.
Yeah, I'm sure he is such a great guy, and I'm sure he's a really good guy, and I'm sure he checks all the boxes. I mean, on paper, he's great. But this is the point, and I really think, honestly, it all basically boils down to this. You need to be the person in charge of your relationship. Now, that doesn't mean in the sort of trad, Christian, LARPing, women submitting to men ideology. That, to me, that always feels very inauthentic, and it rings weird in my ears whenever I hear that kind of language, because it's not really something that can be properly articulated that way, right? But basically, what she needs to think is that you are not predictable, right? Now, that doesn't mean act like a schizo. That means every now and again, you will have made some kind of executive decision, and it's just happening, and it's not up to her.
But, all right, I'll hit that in just a sec, Michael. Sargon is entirely correct about this. Entirely correct. Now, obviously, if you're in a long-term relationship with a partner and whatnot, there are big decisions that you need to talk about with your partner. Like, hey, you just got a massive promotion, but it's going to require you to move across the country. All right, talk about that with your partner. Pretty much explain, you use the logical side of your brain to explain why this is a must. Like, hey, I get it. You don't want to move across the country. You don't want to leave your parents. Your whole life is here. By the same token, I'm going from, $60,000 a year to $150,000 a year. We will have the money to fly back and see them 4, 5, 6 times a year. Weekends away, getaways. I'll have 4 weeks vacation. We spend a whole week back out here with your fucking parents. Point is, you don't just tell her I'm taking the job. You give them the illusion of choice. But beyond that, the executive decision sort of thing, yeah, you do that for simple shit. You don't ask a woman, where do you want to go for dinner? You tell her, I'm taking you out to dinner. That's simple. You don't let the woman fucking choose. You just tell her, I'm doing this.
For example.
Oh, shit. Also, and then Michael Tynan for a 10-banger. Thanks for all the great content, Leon. Nice seeing Sargon here. Dude, no, I love it. Yes, Sargon's great. I've been watching Sargon for ages. I never really reacted to him because I didn't know if you guys would be interested considering the more, nerdy content that I usually cover. But people want me to react to him because there's been a couple Sargon requests in the Discord. Look, anything you guys want me to react to in the Discord that would, again, be interesting, drive conversation, things like that. Because every now and again I see people post like meme videos in the Discord. I mean, those are fun, but they don't really, there's nothing I could really react to outside of saying that's funny or something, to make it interesting for you guys. But yeah, anything you guys want to see me react to, whether it's part of the normal nerdy news content or not, I'm down to do. So yeah, Sargon's great. Thank you so much for the 10-banger, Michael. Truly didn't need to. Absolutely appreciate it. Let's go ahead. Let's give you a clip. This clip will do.
You can't keep getting away with it!
There we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Thank you so much, Michael.
Make the executive decision that you're getting this thing installed on your house. You're going to pay for it. It's yours. And she might not like it initially. But the point is, she's not bored, right? She doesn't look at you like you're an NPC. She doesn't have a set of categories for you to achieve and then find you brilliant on paper, but absolutely dull as dishwater to spend time with. It's all about, there's charisma is obviously a large part of show.
God damn! Fantastic, amazingly brilliant for a 50-banger. These women want the top 1%, but fail to realize that even if they get what they want, he's likely to cheat on her as those guys have options, if you get my drift. These women will never appreciate the everyday man because they have such high standards. Fucking based. Alright. Let's take the cheating on her aspect aside, which I'm not saying that's not true, by the way. It is. You're right. Men in the top 1% got options. Like, and the men in the top 1%, they can fucking play those options. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio. There's a reason there's the ongoing joke that, he doesn't date above 25. Why the fuck would he? Dude is a multi-millionaire. He's one of the most famous dudes in the world. He can do literally whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants, because he's Leonardo fucking DiCaprio. Why would he not trade you in for the newer model every couple of years if you offer nothing? Like, logistically speaking, what makes you so special is that you deserve or have earned or are compatible with someone in the top 1%. Like, I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio, but I don't like him because he's a liberal commie piece of shit. The way his woman game works, nah, bro, I can't say I would do anything different were I in his position. Absolutely. Like, because why the fuck wouldn't you? Now, obviously, there's the emotional argument, like, well, yeah, you want to settle down, get married, have kids. You want somebody who, at the end of the day, but at least in my opinion, before anything else, is intellectually stimulating. Like, there's a line from a Spose song. If you guys are familiar with the rapper Spose, you know, I'm awesome, no you're not, dude, don't lie. That dude, believe it or not, he's got other songs besides that. He's fucking great music. But he's got a song about relationships, and my favorite lyric, he says, dumb girls are cool, but at Thanksgiving, I don't want them next to me. And like, yes, 100%. 100%. Dumb girls are cool, but at Thanksgiving, I don't want them next to me. That is absolute facts. Like, why would you, whether you're in the top 1% or not, why would you want somebody who is, you know, ultimately demanding, somebody who's always on the lookout for better options, somebody that's not emotionally sound or stable, somebody who is, got all these rules and requirements and whatnot? At the end of the day, if someone is intellectually stimulating, odds are they will also be emotionally stimulating, and those are, call me a simple man, but those are the ones at the end of the day that are the best. That's what everyone should be looking out for. So, yeah, no, I completely agree. Again, 50 banger, absolute, truly appreciated. This is for you. And in regards to, and because I brought up Leonardo DiCaprio, I didn't want to say fuck Leo.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Brilliant sentiment, Fab. And then we got Rob W for a 5-banger. The top 1 to 5% are playing with yacht girls. There's a documentary on yacht girls. These young women know exactly what they're doing. Oh yeah, there's that too. Absolutely, there's that as well. Let's not deny the woman's agency here. Yeah, them yacht bitches. I've never seen this documentary. I would love to watch it. These yacht bitches, they know exactly what they're doing. 100%. Yes, you are entirely correct. Let's get you a clip as well. I haven't given you. You know what? This clip is perfect for that.
Women.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Good. Thank you guys so much. Truly appreciated. All right, let's keep going.
That you have a personality, but the problem is a lot of men like the whole pickup artists and game theories and all that sort of stuff. That to me has always seemed, well, frankly, superfluous. If you have if you are an interesting person, you have a personality, and you have a direction in life, and you're trying to achieve things, and you're trying to actually make things come about in the world, then every woman I've ever dated, and I'm sure it's going to be the same even for young men now, will kind of fall into line with that. They'll understand, all right, okay, he's doing this thing, and basically...
And if they don't fall into line with that, because there are women out there like this broad, if these women don't fall into line with that, like there's the old adage that women mature faster than men, and I used to believe that, and biologically it might be true from just like the rate of, how the brain grows and whatnot. However, modern women have been so indoctrinated into the way they think that egalitarianism works, or what a woman's role is, or the fact that there is no such thing as a woman's role. By the way, there is. Men and women are different for a reason. Men have certain roles, women have certain roles. However, point is, if a woman doesn't fall in line with that, then she is not the emotional maturity that she should be, and not worth your time. And to be fair, the same can be said for dudes. This isn't a woman-only problem. The same can be said for dudes. Like a dude should absolutely fall in line with certain things a woman says or does, if it's in line with what her job is as the woman in the relationship. Yeah, literally brainwashed. Absolutely.
Make sure that she's worried about maintaining what she already has, not getting bored of it, because your unpredictability throws open the doors of possibility, right? Again, I don't know necessarily how I'm supposed to explain this, actually. In a way, and I expect this to be taken the wrong way.
There's that too,
can't
Matt.
think of a better way of framing it. You have to feel dangerous to her, right? As in, there have to be lines that she could cross that you would react to, that that she can't predict the outcome of.
By the way, women love that shit. You never want to hit your girl, but every now and again, you want to make sure she's reminded that if you did, it would not end well for her. Like, I won't go much further than that because YouTube being YouTube, but like, yes, you never want to hit your woman, but you do want her to know what physically would happen if you did. Rob W with a 10-banger. These modern day women are not brainwashed. To be brainwashed is just they have a brain to be washed in the first place. Oh, dangerous. God damn, son. That's brilliant, dude. Sometimes you just gotta look a woman straight in the face and be like, "Shut up, bitch." Based, Rob W. Thank you, by the way. Truly
Now,
appreciate it.
That doesn't mean, obviously, be violent or anything like that. But she has to be sure that you are prepared to enforce the hard lines that you personally set. And
I mean, to be fair, fantastically, amazingly brilliant. I'm embarrassed to be a man in this modern day and age because of the absolute destruction of masculinity. And that's saying shit coming from you. Oh, Twinkie guy like Leon and whatnot. I promise y'all, I do my push-ups. I eat my fucking red meat. You know, I've got some pretty, you know, quote unquote outdated views if we were talking to the left and whatnot. I may not look like the bastion of masculinity, but I have a pretty fucking decent understanding of it. What I don't do is go to women's rallies. What I don't do is try and be a male fucking feminist. Yeah, there's. I'm no Joe Rogan, but let me tell you, I'm certainly no fucking what's his name, Mark Ruffalo.
If she were to cross any of these lines, then actually things would start going quite crazy. And it's this potential energy that she should perceive to reside within you that makes the relationship not boring, because then she has something to manage. And there are other things that, like this I find totally fascinating. And I've seen this happen myself at least half a dozen times, where a woman, as Gia here says, a woman will train her man to become the very man she ends up cheating on. She pushes him to mirror her, softening, overthinking, losing his edge, and to grow bored and disgusted by what he's become.
So not only is this true, here's my question though, because while this is 100% true, I would love your guys' thoughts on this. Do women do this intentionally, or do women do this subconsciously? Cinevere, how you doing, you beautiful bitch? Truly appreciate that you're here. But yeah, do women do this intentionally, or do women do this subconsciously because they're biologically predisposed to want to change and fix men, and in their subconscious mind, the only way to fix someone is to make them more feminine because they exist in a world of femininity, because that's the only world they know. Cookie says women do it intentionally, based. Say cleans the Democrats like a fucking joke. Truly not a real left guy, just with faux left. There's definitely that. But yeah, I'll let you guys ponder on that while we keep going. Also, thank you. Truly appreciate that, Fab. You're not soy, Leon. At least you're looking at it just as a man should. Based. See? You're my new favorite.
Test, right? Every time a woman makes a demand of you, essentially, you shouldn't really fulfill it. Don't let her shape you into something she doesn't respect. Because at that point, what she's doing is treating you like this NPC that she expects to have just as a kind of, honestly, kind of like a trophy husband, just attached to her life. That's really the other way, the wrong way around. It's deeply unhealthy. And it brings out the den mother within her, right? What you are supposed to be doing is...
my life experience, it's intentional. All right, so we got 2 votes for intentional so far. Hey, what can I say? If a lot of folk think it's intentional, it very well could be intentional.
Demonstrating that you are a solar man. You are in command of your life. And if she wants to come along, that's great. But she's going to be the one that changes to fit in. And if she doesn't, there are going to be hard lines that...
Schizosaurus says intentional.
Cross, and you're going to enforce these boundaries. But moreover, even when she's decided, yeah, okay, I'm happy with this life and we'll get on with it, you still have to feel unpredictable. And that means choosing to do things that she didn't necessarily see coming, but you are committed to. Again, I don't really know how to explain this properly without sounding like a lunatic, but...
It's not even about sounding like a lunatic. I could be wrong here. I think Sargon does know how to explain this properly. But like me, he can only go so far before YouTube pulls that plug.
But she has to sense that there is a danger in you, and that this is something that she then is responsible for managing. A lot of women like managing.
Netflix, he says, I wonder if their head is so bathed in soup it's unconsciously on. I mean, they're bathed in this shit. So that's my. So I try and live by the view that never attribute to malice that which can easily be attributed to stupidity. And that's where my line of thinking, kind of falls in with this, is that, a woman will train her man to become the man she ends up cheating on. She pushes him to mirror her, softening, overthinking, losing his edge, only grow bored and disgust about how he's become. To me, it makes more sense that a woman does this, not for nefarious purposes, but because she's fucking stupid. But maybe I'm not giving enough credence to just how nefarious, however you want to say it, women can actually be.
What they perceive to be kind of their husband's danger, his dangerous side. And every woman, I think, feels like that there has to be something in this. And this is why women generally just hate nice guys, right? They just hate nice guys. At best, they will use them to soothe themselves after breaking up with the toxic guy. But the toxic guy is interesting to them because he feels like he's in command of himself. He feels like he is at least doing something in the world that is powerful, that is generative.
Yeah, it's probably actually a mix,
and that's
right,
something
dormant
that women
psych.
are attracted to. If you are just working in a salaried job and you just come home 9 to 5 every day and it's same day as like every other, and you never demonstrate any kind of spirit, then yeah, she's going to be totally bored of you and will look at toxic guys and be like,
"What up, doll bro?
I know my ex was terrible to me, but at least I wasn't bored." And that really, I think, is the secret. It's almost...
All right, let's take his thoughts here, because I 100% agree with this mentality. At least he was bad, but he may have been bad, but at least he wasn't boring. Now let's extrapolate this. Let's look at this in the realms of entertainment. Let's look at this like a movie. What is the worst sin a movie could make? I know you'd be, real life isn't movies. Hear me out. What's the worst sin a movie can make? That's boring. A bad movie will always be better than a boring movie, because at least a bad movie made you feel something. A bad movie made you angry. A bad movie made you annoyed. A bad movie made you think, what would I do to improve XYZ? That's why, yes, having Pedro Pascal in it. That's a good answer as well, Zax. Anyway, that is, real life works the same way. Being bad, something being bad, is inherently better than being boring, because at least it elicits an emotional response. It might not elicit a positive emotional response, but at least it elicits an emotional response. That will always be better than one that does nothing. Like when someone shows me a movie or a piece of media, or God forbid, a fucking person, which has happened, this isn't just a woman thing, male or female, and like I'm around this person or I'm watching this movie and I was like, I feel fucking nothing here. Like, it is exponentially worse than if something pisses me off or makes me angry or, again, makes me feel good. Story as old as time. Adam says, look, Eve, we have everything we'd ever want. But she says, yeah, it's just not enough, though. Dude, Eve literally ate them out of house and home.
Any guy, right? Because, again, it doesn't matter what her list is. If you are charming, if you are charismatic, if you have the riz, and you are funny, you're entertaining, you do things that she doesn't expect. You say things that she doesn't expect. You make comments and jokes, and you or you do things together that are...
Kato, we're talking about dynamics between men and women. The problem is you need to be at least 5'8" to write this right now. I'm fucking with you. What up, Kato? How you doing, homie?
Expected for her. That's putting you in the driver's seat of the relationship.
Bingo, bango, bongo. We got Rob W here. Funny thing is, Leon, first it was millennials attacking the boomers. Now it's new gens attacking the millennials. The cycle of blame from gen to gen repeat. Yeah, so that will never stop. So once millennials reach a certain age, like I've reached that age. I know a lot of because millennials are getting older. Like because time flies so fast. And because time is such a weird thing for people to think about, to rationalize, I don't know about you. I know a lot of people like, oh, these fucking millennials. And they forget the millennials now are in their 30s and 40s. Like, the youngest millennials are 29-ish at this point. The youngest millennials, the very last year being a millennial is like 29, right? So most millennials are in their 30s and 40s. And, but when people talk about millennials, they seem to be, I see often they're talking about people 20, 25, you know, shit like that. So, you know, that's actually what's it called? Gen Z? Yeah, Gen Z. And there's a miscommunication between which is which, because once you hit a certain age, I'd say about older than 25, time sort of stops fucking mattering. And so yeah, when you're young, you blame the people above you, that were before you, because they don't know the way the world works. Time has changed. People have changed. Ideologies have changed. Boomers did this. The Gen X did this to boomers. I don't know if boomers did it to the silent generation or not, because I just don't have the knowledge to go that far back in history. Also, they're called like the silent generation for a fucking reason. But like, nah, boomer, the generational divides will always happen just because of the way different people, different age groups think. Until you hit a certain point where you're like, fuck, maybe my parents were right. Maybe my grandparents were right. And while you're realizing this and rationalizing this, your kids are thinking that you're a fucking idiot.
To make her feel like she's with you.
Possibly, Rob, possibly.
Because she is thinking, oh yeah, well, I've got my perfect life and this man is going to come with me and he's going to be my little NPC who pays for everything and does whatever I want. It's like, okay, maybe. But the fact that you're thinking like that shows me that you're not in any way the sort of woman I'd want to spend my time with. And it's this woman, really, who is the better of the bunch. Because she doesn't seem like a bad person. She doesn't seem like she's got unrealistic expectations.
No, she seems dumb, like emotionally. I don't. This girl might know plenty about, like in terms of being book smart, but she seems emotionally dumb. She's relatively, she's cute. She got a nice smile. I don't know how much heavy makeup, how much heavy lifting and makeup is doing, but if she's wearing makeup beyond what's on her lips and whatnot, it's very natural, natural tones. This is sort of should just be like the every girl, right? Girl next door sort of thing. But due to whether it be manipulation from social media or just media in general, or brainwashing because of being in current day, she's fucking dumb.
And she doesn't know why she's bored. It's because her boyfriend is just boring. It's because he is boring. It's because he doesn't do anything fun or exciting. And doesn't challenge her.
Fab, I'm in the same boat. After about 25, it stopped mattering.
Parts of her mind light up that are interested in adventure and mystery, right? And this is part of life. You have to do these things, and she has to feel.
And men crave this too, mind you. Men crave adventure, mystery. The difference is men crave adventure, mystery in the physical. Men want to do things that are mysterious and adventurous. Women want to feel things that are mysterious and adventurous. And that's just a biological difference between men and women. Like men want to do, women want to feel. And that's good. There's nothing inherently wrong with that because, again, men and women are different.
Again, like, going outside of certain norms in your relationship, well, you'd lose it, right? And it'd go differently. It'd be a drama, a big drama. And I tell you what, this video is very interesting because this woman agrees to go on dates with this guy that she doesn't think she's interested in because he's obviously not, 6'2", and he's not taking her on classy flights or whatever. But it's the way he's handling himself with the relationship that they are forming that is getting her on board.
Because Cinnamere, similar interests can only take you so far. That's why, like having similar interests is great for being on the surface level. You enjoy the same sorts of movies or the same sorts of food or whatnot. But that will only take you so far because there's a million people out there with similar interests as you. Almost every woman I've dated has had similar interests to me, but none of the relationships have worked. Why? Because similar interests can only take you so far. There still needs to be an unpredictability factor. 100%.
You start to think, well, this guy
correct, exactly,
is
Matt.
the first. He's the person. He's the protagonist in his life, and he's treating me like he's the protagonist in his life. Well, watch this.
There's this guy who's been bugging me recently. I've been on a few dates with him. He's fine. He's whatever. I will say we do have good times on the dates, okay? It feels more like a friend thing than anything. And I've told him several times, like, I think we should just be friends. Like, I really enjoy your company, but I like being your friend more. And he always responds.
So Samir says, how many of them called you boring? It's never boring at first. But after 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, those similar interests don't really matter anymore. You know, you can only watch the same genre of movies together over and over. Like, before, at what point, though, are you enjoying the movie because you enjoy the movie, not because you're enjoying watching it with them? Like, the boredom comes in because, look, doesn't matter what your favorite food is. My favorite food is Philly cheesesteaks. Eating Philly cheesesteaks every day for every meal for 5-10 years, shit gonna get fucking boring. Similar interests are not enough in their own to maintain a relationship.
We're not just friends. We're going to be more than friends, whatever. And I'm just like, no, like, I think you're cool, but I think your company is better in a friendly manner.
I'm not talking about girls, I'm
He's
talking
just
about
trying to get
humans.
back at me or
This
whatever
is a human
for,
thing,
like,
not just a woman
friend-zoning him.
thing.
But recently, he's been, like, asking me out, saying, like, oh, let's go to dinner, let's do this, yada, yada, whatever. And then he'll cancel the day of or, like, an hour before. And he did it to me tonight, and that was the second time he's done it to me. And he FaceTimed me, and he was just like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, what time are we meeting up? And he's like, about that. I really, like, my mom really wanted me to go to dinner with her tonight. And I'm just like, fuck that. No, like, boo, boo, boo. Which is fine, like, if that's the truth. But, like, stop asking me out. And then canceling, like, the day of. And so he was just like, don't worry, I'm going to plan something for us this week. And I was just like, don't bother. Okay, don't bother, because I'm not hanging out with you. To which he responded, yeah, you will. Which, okay. I was kind of like, what? No, like, I'm really not gonna. But since I'm not taking it seriously with him and he's just my friend, maybe I should.
Tell bitches what to do. Moral of the story, tell bitches what to do. Always works. What up, LG? How you doing? Congrats on the new song, homie.
That guy gets it. Well, I bet he's nothing to look at. I bet he's nothing special. He just acts like he's the one in charge of his own life. His life doesn't revolve around her, and suddenly he's not boring. Suddenly she's like, oh, actually, like, this is a guy who, I mean, he knows what he wants. She's not, like, immediately smitten with him, although she thinks he's okay. But it's his personality that is shining through.
What up, FWC?
And the fact that he's taking command of his own life. And she's into it, right? So, anyway, like I was saying, don't worry about this. This is totally irrelevant because it leads to this, which is worse than being in the friend zone, frankly. And this kind of thing, no, she's not making demands of you. You know, you're leading the life, and she's going to join it, and she'll find herself interested if you just have some self-possession.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
just
Paul.
say, no, I know what I want out of life, and I'm going to get it. And you're not dull, you're not, like, going along to get along, and you feel like you are unpredictable and possibly slightly dangerous, she'll be into it.
Yeah, he is 100% correct. Again, yeah, great video. Again, tell bitches what to do. That is the moral of the story, is tell bitches what to do. You will never go wrong with that. Ever. I mean, within the confines. There are certain lines, but I would say 8 out of 10. Tell bitches what to do. All right. Now, one more video. This is one that Piranha Pout requested. Guys, there's a reason I say this one for last. I don't know if we're all going to be mentally okay when this is finished. My trans husband is trying to outlip my huge knockers. I don't know if I'm gonna let you guys request topics anymore. What the fuck are we about? Alright, let's see.
Okay, we have a Love Don't Judge today. We haven't done a Love Don't Judge in a while.
Yes, love don't judge. Yes.
Now, this Love Don't Judge is called I'm Having a Baby with My Trans Girlfriend. But that is not...
No, you're not. You're having a baby with a confused dude with a mental illness, but okay.
The hook. That's not what drew me to this video. So just to give you an idea, the folder that contains the video files and stuff for this on my desktop is called Love Don't Judge Lips.
Lips?
Lips.
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 Okay.
You ready?
What kind of lips?
We'll find out. Let's go! Hearing.
This should be illegal.
Why you didn't use protection? I got a message from a guy.
That's why it's called lips.
No. I don't care if it's a tranny or not. Whatever creature this is, if you see this, no. This is a cryptid. This is a fucking cryptid.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know whether to look at the tits or the lips.
Yeah, I should have
Neither.
called it lips and tits.
Yeah.
Wood chippers
So
for
these
both.
people obviously have like a problem with cosmetic surgery.
I'd say these people just have a problem flat out.
Look at those fucking lips though. That's like a baboon's ass.
I know. Why would you do that to yourself?
I mean, I haven't watched this, so I hope it's not like some fucking like fat baboon's ass.
Trout mouth is
something.
diabolical.
You haven't watched this. You usually watch them.
I haven't watched it, no.
I pray you baby. I'm really sensitive person. I also cried a few times.
I'm supposed to be making commentary on these videos. But like, how do you commentate on this? Like, what can be said besides wood chipper? And yeah, this is Sugar Tits and Bearing. Yeah, it's on Bearing's channel. It's Sugar Tits and Bearing.
I just want to protect my baby.
Oh, no. Don't zoom in. No. You can't even tell if she's smiling.
I
Wait,
know.
which one's the trans?
The trans one is the lips one because
Yeah, obviously the one that's not pregnant. Gotcha.
yeah, because the tits one is pregnant.
So lips is
Correct,
trans.
fine.
Lips is
Correct.
trans,
Also,
tits
it's
is
not a her,
pregnant.
it's a
I'm
he.
Jessie Bunny.
It's a
I'm
he.
24 years old.
I'm Vienna. I'm 25 years old.
And we're gonna have a baby really soon. We're a couple since almost 8 years already.
Hang on.
Jessie Bunny.
Jessie Bunny, I'm 24 years old. We've been a couple for 8 years. How old is the trans one? Because he started dating her when she was 16.
I'm Vienna. I'm
Stop it! Stop
25
zooming in!
years old.
Okay, 25 years old. That's not that bad. So they were 17 and 16. That's all right.
They can't talk. The lips can't talk.
Yeah, and the tits one's always out of breath because of the tits.
That's our nursery. Please ignore the pole dance pole.
Yeah, Yokai, I was trying to avoid looking at anything
So what's the bet
on that
they've got
creature.
on OnlyFans?
Oh no, it's just getting worse. Don't bring a baby into the world. Imagine dropping the kid off at school. Like, me and Bearing work pretty good in tandem. One of us does pick up, one of us does drop off.
Yeah. You'd scare the fucking kids.
You'd scare the teachers. Nobody would want a parent-teacher interview with these two.
Dude, alright, so this is why I fundamentally disagree with Batman's no-kill rule, right? Like, this is why Batman's no-kill rule makes no sense. If you kill a killer, the number of killers in the world stays the same. Bullshit. If you killed both of these people, the world would be a better place. Even if neither of these people killed anyone ever, you would be up one killer, but you would be negative whatever these are. This video alone has proven why Batman is wrong.
Like, imagine coming face to face with this. You would physically, like, jump.
I was 17 when we met, so there was not a lot of dating before.
In
This is
Minecraft.
my first girlfriend and hope to last.
Wood chipper.
Oh, imagine kissing
Bro,
that.
you say wood chipper shrapnel. I'm legit worried that those fake lips would, like... You ever see a printer get a jam? You know, a printer jam? Like, I'm worried those lips would give us a chipper jam.
See, oh,
And did you hear the sound? It's like...
The great void, like a big black hole.
You know what the kissing sounds like? I just thought of it. It's like a big suction cup. Like if you wanted to do like a sound effect for
Max
that, like
K,
you were
there
a
are no
movie
answers.
sound
There
guy,
are
you get a
no
big toilet
answers.
plunger and just stick it to a fucking wet wall or a wet floor, and you'd rip it off really quickly.
We met without we both have been flat. Vienna was not transitioned to this time, and I had a double A cup.
She went from double A to those tits.
Wow, that is a big jump.
Like, she'd have to do that over.
I've been forgetting to criticize the actually biologically female one because the dude is so disgusting. But by the same token, yeah, no, look. There's plenty wrong with double A cups. But this fakeness is so much worse. This fakeness is so much worse.
Time. You'd have to, like, do that gradually, wouldn't you?
Yeah, someone needs to take the doctor's license
Netflix.
away who agreed.
Both of the doctors, the lips doctor and the tits doctor.
This is just negligent.
What if it
Look at
was
that
the same
fucking
doctor?
dog. That dog could nestle up in between those tits and, like, build a home, build a fucking nest.
Like, build a burrow.
Yeah. But
Women, women, if you are a double A, I agree, get that shit fixed. But, like, be sensible. A nice 36C is all you need. That is a good enough fixing. Jesus Christ. You don't need to overclock your tits like a bad PC.
You'd be able to breastfeed. Like, if you have titty implants that big especially, can you breastfeed?
Yes, it
I
does,
believe
Paul.
so, because the silicone goes underneath
Cindy.
the ducts and that. I don't know. I really don't know the mechanics looking at that.
She must have back problems, man.
He's baby number one.
I figured out during COVID that I am trans.
I was just going to say, it's so funny that they brought up COVID. I can't fucking understand a word you're saying now. Imagine having to put a mask on the lips. It must have been real difficult for you to communicate.
Look at the side profile of those lips. Has she had an ass job as well? He had an ass job.
That's
sorry.
fair, Kalika. That's
100%
fair.
has had an ass job.
One day, Vienna said like, "Hey, she's not feeling happy."
Well, you say restraint is not in this, these people's vocabulary. This thing couldn't pronounce restraint. Bro, I want a video of this creature saying anti-disestablishmentarianism, and I want to see if we can make out the word. Oh, I should have said make out. Gross.
And then she came out as trans, and then everything went really quick. Within half a year, you've been a completely new person.
And yes, and then we are even happier than we.
What?
I actually agree, Matt. I was just
like
being a
the
dick.
lips are like inhibiting him from fucking talking.
Yeah, we've established that.
I mean, it's the accent partly, but it's the fucking lips mostly.
Yeah.
We don't have that much time left.
Don't squeeze them. I had this like vision of them just popping and like spraying fucking liquid everywhere.
Stop! Like when you're a teenager and you've got acne and you've got a really bad one and you go in the mirror and you pop it and it sprays all over the mirror.
6 weeks more to go. I'm really excited. I always wanted to become a young mom.
It says a lot, doesn't it, when your tits are bigger than your fully pregnant belly.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Nagano.
Seriously, she's about to have a baby. What did she
Yes,
say in like
Carlos,
5
they
weeks?
do.
And
6 weeks, yeah.
and her tits are bigger than her belly.
Yeah.
Her tits are bigger than the baby.
Does that push down on the baby as well if your tits are that big?
It probably does. And you know what I'm thinking? I used to get scared when we had a newborn and breastfeeding and that, and you would
Yes,
fall
it's-
asleep
it's
and
really
you'd still be
fucking with Paul.
breastfeeding the baby. I was always paranoid that I would roll over and hurt the baby and squish it to death.
What a way to fucking go. Death by tit.
I know we look different to other people, but we're
I'll
a
get the comment
completely
in a sec.
usual couple. We're in a relationship since almost 8 years. It was just a question of time.
I mean, look.
Okay,
how
all right.
to-
I was waiting to pause to read the super chat until these fucking creatures were off the screen. Oh, this is rough. All right. 5 banger for fantastically, amazingly brilliant. Oh, you start with kissing. I'm not going to like anywhere the super chat's going, am I? Kissing those lips would be like trying to kiss a whirlpool. It'll suck you in with no chance to save yourself. Now I feel absolutely sick. I know I've played this one already today, but we're playing it again because it's absolutely necessary right now.
Now excuse me while I harass someone for having pronouns in their bio.
On top of that, we're gonna give this an additional because I think it warrants both of these.
Stop it. Get some help.
There we go. Appreciate you, Fab. God damn.
Them, I guess, if that's what they want to fucking do. It's just, I don't get why you would want to transition to a woman and then inject your sperm into another woman and be a father kind of thing. It's kind of fucked up. It's kind of weird and fucked up and
like
gross.
this?
And especially
Inject your
with those tits and those
sperm.
lips.
Stop,
Like, the kid's
dude.
fucked. The kid's got no hope. The kid's going to be teased. The kid's going to, like, feel awkward.
Well, our family reacted really good that we're
Yeah.
gonna have a baby. It's the first grandbaby on all the sides of the family.
The only hate and harmful comments we got have been online.
They've got lips on the.
They've got to give the cretin subtitles. Like, this fucking woman, man thing is living in a sub-only world. There are no dub options available even with the premium membership to Crunchyroll. Holy shit.
Wall. That's their art piece installment is lips.
That's a fetish, man. Like, when's he going to stop? His lips are going to pop one day. He's going to take it so far, they're going to pop.
I'm really surprised
Yes,
that they can,
Redneck.
the skin can stretch that far on the lips.
Yeah.
Are you pregnant in your stomach or your chest?
Why you didn't use protection? Baby went upstairs. Poor baby. How will it accept you as a mom? You desperately.
Either of you as a mom. Neither. I know that there's not a good history of people with my skin tone bringing up castration and eugenics and whatnot. But I do believe these people may be making an argument for why that's necessary.
Need to feed you to fix your cheeks.
They're not that hateful, though. They're just, like, expressing the truth kind of thing. Like, where's the baby living, in your tits or your gut? I just can't get over those lips. That must, like, it'd be a jump scare every time you fucking wake up.
Do you think the beauty filters
That's
actually
exactly what I'm
shrink
saying,
the
Max
lips?
K. Yes.
You know how they program them to make the lips bigger? Jesus, we gotta shrink this shit.
I
That's
think
probably
I will have
accurate,
a
Gravestone.
More gentle parenting style. Honestly, I just want to be a loving mom, follow with the emotions, help with the emotions.
Yes,
just
exactly,
keep
Paul
the part.
Myers-Smith. Mandatory
I think
sterilization. Let's have a conversation.
It's important for me to give the child room for self-development. I wouldn't force my child getting plastic surgery.
Bring back the subtitles. I don't know what you're saying.
He's saying.
No
idea.
They forgot to add the subtitles there, and I didn't. I understood the words "my child," which, frankly, that sentence should never be you coming off those fake lips. But like, at least bring back the subtitles.
Stand on top of the Swedish accent, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's like your words are getting caught in your lips or something.
I'm sorry. Look at the side profile there.
Yeah, it's fucked.
His nose is disappearing into the lips.
I'm watching the
You wouldn't be
chat
able
while
to
this is on
nose
screen,
breathe.
so I don't
like,
see
you'd
this.
have to mouth breathe all the time.
Yeah.
When you're sleeping,
Yeah.
everything.
Correct,
like, what do their
Fab,
families say?
correct.
Like, does this person not have a dad or a mum who goes, listen, you got to cool it on the fucking lip injections? It's like that guy. Have you seen that guy who's got fucking...
No, this creature does have a dad, and its dad is like, nah, I think Trump is right, and it's like, oh fuck you, Dad, I'm gonna cut my cock off and inject fucking silicone into my lips, and I'll show you I can be a real woman. Like, poll in chat time. Poll in chat. Hold on a sec. Let me set this up. What's worse, this thing, Dylan Mulvaney? All right, start poll. We'll leave it going to the end of the video, and that's when we'll wrap the stream.
bicep injections?
Yes.
Like, he just looks like a fuckhead kind of thing. Like, of course people are going to look.
Something that's really important for me is that
Man, I
my
feel
child
like a
becomes
woman.
a good human, that it's a kind person, a caring person, and a person with an open heart.
You're gonna be a really great mom.
Thank you, you too.
They seem kind of nice, which just...
Neither of these people will be great parents. Ever. Like, they're, once again, Just like how we disproved Batman, we are now disproving the many worlds theory. You know how they say in the many worlds theory that like there's an infinite amount of universes with every possible thing that could ever happen? Wrong. There is no possible universe throughout the entirety of the many worlds theory where either of these creatures will be good parents. Either one.
Makes it weird that they're so fucked up. They don't seem like bad people, and I haven't
Fair
heard
enough,
any
Mr.
like
Monkey.
OnlyFans shit. There was this stripper pole in the nursery, which was fucking weird. Why are you going on Love Don't Judge?
That's always the question, isn't it?
Yeah, there's always an ulterior motive, and that's why
Oh,
I
yeah,
always say
that's-
there's
dude,
an OnlyFans.
that's 100%
isn't there? There's
guaranteed
some
bet,
like, you know how
Shrapnel,
like,
100%
fat
guaranteed
bitches
bet.
have got feeders kind of thing? There's like dudes donating like lip injections and shit. Buying him like new sets of paint rollers to apply lipstick.
Unfortunately, we get a lot of online harassment. We also got really disgusting
harassment?
comments about...
Is it harassment or is it like
unborn child.
advice? This isn't online harassment. You invited this. If anything, what you're doing is you're reading comment after comment of real life superheroes. Like every single person in the comment section that tells you to get help is doing God's work.
What did he say there?
Disgusting comments about my lips.
Right, Max?
I just want to protect my baby from all these internet creeps, I have to say, unfortunately.
It just doesn't make any sense. I want to protect my baby from all these internet creeps, so I invited Love Don't Judge into my house. You know what I mean? It's like
I was gonna say the same thing. Like all the internet creeps, while you go on an internet show, inviting all this you fucking retards.
Will and fucking, what's that bitch's name? Will and Megan's privacy tour?
No, I don't.
The prince
Yes,
and the
what about the
princess
creep
of fucking
raising it?
England.
Oh, that's not Will. That's fucking Harry and
Oh,
Meghan.
Harry, yeah, Harry.
We just want privacy.
Yeah.
I'm really sensitive person, and sometimes it's really hard. I also cried a few times because of comments. So I try to focus on the positive comments. And for me, like, the bad comments are mostly
Who is
funny
sending them
because,
positive
for example,
comments?
they call me like a fish that is cleaning the windows, and I think that's really so cute. I like the fish.
A what? A fish that's cleaning the windows?
I don't know. I got to fish and clean in the windows. I don't know.
They're checking comments and they seem to be like a bit sensitive about comments and stuff.
And of course, you're going to get trolls who go straight to your page and say,
Bro, like, Homie with the Lips is already on the 42% watch list. Like, this kid was growing up without a dad, no matter how you slice it.
your tits aren't big enough.
Yeah.
Your lips aren't big enough.
A surfboard.
Or also call me a duck, and I like ducks. And so it's not really insulting for me.
Oh, that's fun. It looks so unnatural, man. And I'm convinced.
No
there's an
shit, it looks
OnlyFans.
unnatural.
I mean,
It's
they just try to
unnatural.
sexify it up so much, and it's really not sexy.
Yeah, maybe they're not admitting to it because there's a booba on the way.
Yeah. Imagine, right? Let's just consider this, right? Love Don't Judge is usually in America. They're like
Jinx
based
in
in
real
America
life is
kind of thing. So these
diabolical.
people from fucking Switzerland or Norway or whatever the fuck, Sweden, they've written to Love Don't Judge and said, hey, look at us. We're a bit fucked up. We're a bit weird. Come and do us. And Love Don't Judge have gone, you know what? We are going to fly to Sweden because you are so fucked up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. St. Hugo's right, though. Even Unreal Engine 5 default is better than this. Like, maybe, just maybe we were too harsh on Dragon Age the Veilguard.
This is going to get so many clicks.
Yeah, we're going to have Bearing and Sugar Tits covering it.
People always ask me if I got too far.
It's gonna eat
I
you!
know I look extreme, but look at me. What extreme features do I have right now?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, are you serious?
Did she really just say that?
I can think of two.
I like how it makes me look, but it's
That
not
doesn't
that
surprise
I
me,
couldn't
Fab.
live without the big. I'm not living for everybody. I'm living for myself. I think I'm not too extreme. I want to go even
more extreme.
Oh, there we have it.
Yeah, there we go. It's an addiction.
It is. Like, how do you get more extreme than that? We saw before, it's covering, her lips are covering, his lips are covering the fucking nostrils.
Yeah.
So where does it go next? Like, are the lips going to, like, cover the tip of the nose?
Yeah.
They're going to curl down, like, under his fucking chin? Wow. Suction cup face. It looks like it fucking hurts, doesn't it?
It does. It looks pain.
But not only is it an illness, Max K, this is an illness that is the byproduct of the first world. Like, there is not a single person in some uncontacted tribe in Zimbabwe or whatever that is even capable of creating this as a possible reality in their head. And these people, like, stretch out necks and shit.
Painful.
What I really like about getting plastic surgery is that it gives me the opportunity to change my body into shapes that wouldn't be possible like 50 years ago. And so I can become the person I want to be and don't have to rely on like genetics or anything like that. Without Jesse, I think I wouldn't have started the whole
Amazon
transition
rainforest then.
process.
Amazon rainforest.
Support was like everything.
Correct, Divina.
So they're just egging each other on. You've got the chick saying, yeah, do more lip injections. It looks sexy. You look cool. And the fucking bloke is
What
just
up,
like,
Neon Earth? You
let's
came in
go
at a bad
size
time.
up on the old titties.
And I also think you made me a better person, so
Oh, I love you.
I love you
The
too.
dog won't even look at it. Bro, you made the Chihuahua ashamed. How do you make God's reject of dogs ashamed?
See what I mean? They don't seem like bad people. They just seem like really fucked up, like they've got addictions.
They're feeding each other's addiction.
That makes them bad people, by the way. That 100% makes them bad people.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it there, I guess. Visit Sugar Tits. She has a channel.
Yes, I do.
And we'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Well, that was a thing. That was, I want to make sure all y'all know that video was requested by Piranha Pout. So if you are going to blame anybody for this fiasco, blame her. Absolutely blame Piranha Pout for this. I know it's her birthday. But blame Piranha Pout for everything we just experienced today. Yeah. That poor dog. Wow. I'm what do the kids say these days? Shook. I'm shook. Speaking of Piranha Pout, let's see when her stream starts, see if we're rating her. One sec. How do you spell piranha? Hold on a sec. All right, Piranha. All right, one moment. Oh. Huh. I guess Piranha Pout doesn't have it to where she can accept raids. Well then, if that's the case, I'm not going to be able to raid her for her birthday stream. Oh no, wait, here it is. Upcoming. All right, what time is it? Give me one set to see when her birthday stream is, because I would like to raid her, but I don't know what time her stream starts. Why did it not come up in my recommended? I spelled that incorrectly. Dude, the H and the A should be flipped in Piranha. I'm just saying. H and the A should be flipped. Alright, Piranha Pout. What time is her stream? Oh, it's not for an hour and a half. Alright. Well, unfortunately, Piranha's stream doesn't start for an hour and a half, so we're not going to raid her. Let's see, who's live right now? You know what? My boy Mike Hollow's live, and because he's in the UK, I rarely get to raid him. So we'll raid Mike Hollow. All right, one sec. There we go. Yep. She's probably, yeah. She's probably got real life stuff. There's a reason it's scheduled for 4:30. Not gonna ask her to do it early just so we can raid her. But yeah, guys, we're gonna call it here. This was a really great lunch hour until it wasn't. But yeah, we're gonna rate my boy Mike 0. He's fucking incredible. I just want to say thank you so much. Oh right, the poll. Let's address the poll. Thank you. So 69% of you guys said that this this cryptid was in fact worse than Dylan Mulvaney, and honestly, I'm willing to believe it. Yeah, I'm willing to agree with 69% of you. For once, I'm not going to be a contrarian. Dylan Mulvaney's terrible, but this thing might be worse. Oh, I dropped to 68% right before I entered the poll. Damn. Yeah. Either way, this thing is part of the 42%. So, yep. Let's go ahead. We'll end it here. I need to wash my hair and bleach my eyes before streaming tonight. So, with that being said, everybody, make sure to go to Piranha Pout's stream for her birthday in just an hour and a half. And then beyond that, thank you so much for everybody that donated. You didn't need to, you did. It truly does mean the world to me. I can only continue to do this because of you guys. So yeah, again, thank you. I don't deserve it, but it was a great lunch hour. I will be on Zax's show tonight, Paul. I don't know if I'm doing anything else. I'll be on Zax's show. I need to make a video for tomorrow. And then we'll be right back here for the lunch hour tomorrow. So until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. And this has been Words of Paradise. Deuces.